The Starship is ready. Elon Musk is ready. The tech mogul just announced that the Starship is ready and set to begin its long-awaited trip into deep space. The decade-old Starship is almost setting foot on the red planet. How did we know? Elon Musk just said it. He recently tweeted, "Starship is ready for launch." News around Starship's readiness for launch is always exciting. This one, though, had everyone off the edge of their seats. SpaceX's Starship is by all means the most challenging project they set out to do. At some point, it was almost impossible to think it would succeed. The difficulty of this project was mainly because of the high stakes Elon Musk put for his rocket, most of which have never been achieved in the rocket industry. Being a private entity with fewer years of experience, we thought Elon Musk would leave this ambition for government entities. But Elon Musk doesn't stop until it's done. And for sure, the mission is as good as done. Starship is ready and sets for launch. A sneak peek at the SpaceX launch station will tell it better. There's a beehive of activities at the SpaceX Starship Launch Center. The first thing you'll notice when you enter the SpaceX Launch Center is a trail of trucks filled with liquid nitrogen and liquid oxygen. The trucks carry 13,000 gallons of fuel, 30 kilometers from the launch center at Groundsville, Texas. This fuel transportation is the final touch stage in preparation for the launch of Starship, which will be the first rocket ever to use liquid fuel. Starship uses 987,500 gallons of rocket fuel, a clear indicator that the trucks still have a long way to go before they fully satisfy Starship's tank. While the trucks are doing what they do best, SpaceX personnel are swiftly removing scaffolds from the Starship's booster. Otherwise, everything else seems ready, even the Starship heat shield. As far as we can remember, the Starship's heat shield was a real problem. The heat shield was meant to act as a protective barrier to the crew who would board the Starship. This was a crucial part of the Starship since SpaceX means to make its rocket fully reusable. The heat and atmospheric pressure rockets deal with when they enter or leave the Earth's atmosphere is such that it produces heat of up to 1,370 degrees Celsius. Intense heat usually causes unprecedented damage to the rocket parts, not to mention that it can be precarious when we have a crew. Similarly, it would necessitate repairing the rocket, thus working against their time and limited resources. The only solution for this problem was for SpaceX to develop a resilient heat shield with a cooling system. That's precisely what SpaceX came up with. And as always, Elon Musk let us know in a tweet. He posted a video showing how the hexagonal heat shield tiles were being bombarded by flames, adding, "Testing Starship heat shield hex tiles," at the beginning of his tweet. The tech mogul explained how his new-made heat shield withstood a whopping 1,377 degrees Celsius without any hitches. A few months earlier, they had fallen out during a test flight and dismally failed the heat test during that launch. So to hear a success from Elon Musk and later on a message that they are ready, we are sure that the Starship is indeed ready. Starship is not like any other rocket we have. It will pioneer many feats in space exploration. Starship will be the first reusable rocket. A reusable Starship can go for a mission in space and land back on Earth ready for the next mission without any repairs. Essentially, rockets will now operate like our present-day airplanes that need a little maintenance here and there with no refurbs. Granted, space exploration will be changed forever. First, unlike other rockets that have barely carried 50 people to space, Starship will carry at least 100 people and cargo to space. We're talking about a carrying capacity of 100 tons, yet SpaceX dares to expect something higher with future improvements. It's a surety that Elon Musk might achieve his Mars dream within the time he set for himself. Then, transport costs to space will be significantly reduced. There's a trend in the space industry that's impossible to ignore at this point. However, governmental and private entities set a budget for a similar space mission. It's always that the private entities end up with the lowest budget and most successful missions. It's especially true with SpaceX. They've mastered the perfect art of slashing space transportation costs. Space transportation will be within anyone's reach with Starship on the line. NASA realized that early enough and had already chosen Starship as the first crewed lander for its Artemis moon program. You can be sure that the Artemis moon program will be interesting. It's the project which NASA sets to put boots near the lunar South Pole by 2025 and establish a base there. To reach this lofty goal by 2025, they need nothing short of the 100 tons capacity rocket, which can only be offered by the Starship. Yet there is more interest in the Starship. Remember, it's a rocket capable of carrying a massive ton of both crew and cargo. Well, there are quite several willing crew members who want a taste of the Starship. A Japanese billionaire, Yusaku Maezawa, already bought a Starship flight around the moon. The billionaire paid his way to lunar with a group of 8 other artists. And yes, Dennis Tito. You might remember him from history as the first paying passenger to reach the International Space Station in 2001. He wants a current experience with space using the biggest rocket ever created. This time, he wants to fly along with his wife and other crew members, yet to be named. The Starship still has space for more people. So, if you're planning an adventurous vacation, the Starship would be an exciting start. The Starship is only waiting for one thing: the FAA licensing. The FAA will make a license determination only after the agency is satisfied SpaceX meets all licensing, safety, and other regulatory requirements. Some of these evaluations included reviews on policy, payload, safety, airspace integration, financial responsibility, and environmental impacts. The FAA is the only step left before Starship is launched into space. If they approve that day, Starship will be as good as launched into space. Until then, we'll be waiting for Starship's launch. What's your take on the SpaceX Starship first orbital flight? Feel free to share your views in the comment section below. Thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you can always get a notification when we post the latest and most exciting space news that you would not want to miss. Till next time, cheers.